you looking at me like that?
I don't know. Why are you looking at me like that?
Well, no, because
Were you gonna say something mean?
no, I just want people to understand. Renee's just not herself today. She's feeling a little drag-assy.
I feel like we said that last episode too. Now people really are gonna think I'm pregnant because last episode I was like, I don't feel well, but I'm not pregnant.
Why do you gotta go there? Why do you gotta go to pregnant?
Well, because
maybe the exact opposite is happening to you, and that's why. That's why you don't feel well. Maybe that's happening.
Don't say that. I must spit my protein shake out.
Well, no, to be honest with you, we number one, we apologize for not having an episode last week.
And we didn't even say we weren't going to have an episode. We just kind of forgot about it.
Well, yeah, but we
didn't forget about the episode. We forgot to share that we weren't recording an episode.
But we do have lots to talk about.
Yeah.
There's a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
We went on a family cruise.
Which is why we did not podcast.
It was all of our parents. And I say all of our parents because I am fortunate enough to have step parents.
Uh-huh.
So it was...
We have 6 grandparents.
It was Grandma Dora, Grandpa Arthur, Grandpa Joe, Grandma Sarah, Daddy Raymond, Mama Mia.
Yeah.
It was Renee's sister and her husband. It was, we're going to get into it, but it's like a fucking sitcom. It's my sister and her husband, Kenny Wayne, and her 3 teenage daughters.
Yes.
It was my cousin Tim, his wife Clarissa, and their tween boy and 10-year-old son. We all went on a cruise and comedy ensued. Comedy. It was literally like if you were to, and Brian's here hanging out, the writer Brian, and Brian, it was like if you were to write characters, right? If you were to take, Rebecca.
We had all the character archetypes in our group.
Rebecca was the, none of this food is good for me. I'm a bodybuilder. I work out, super health conscious, right? Her husband was sneaking food on the side to not get in trouble with his wife.
Buffet is perfect for that. It's very easy to sneak food.
You had Kenny Wayne. I'm gonna go hard on the first day, and you won't see me the rest of the trip. You had my sister who was like the ultimate. Like, I think I'm having fun. I'm not having fun. Right. Uh-huh. My sister Lisa and her husband were like, woohoo, this is the coolest thing that's ever. Dude, Roland's like Zumba class with mom.
Oh my
God,
he's in the cutest video ever. Roland's in
the Zumba class. My sister and her daughter Lizzie are like going to all the shows. They were the show family. We're going to all the shows. We're not missing a show. Grandma Dora's having a panic attack.
Oh, legit.
Full on fucking panic attack.
You hear on the ship, they say they call for like medics.
And that's for our family.
Whatever.
That's for our family. Yeah. So then I get a phone call. Well, it happens to be the day that, so Renae and I were like, okay, we got our kids. I'll do the massage. You stay with the kids.
The first day on the boat, you did the massage and I stayed
with the kids. And then the second day on the boat, she's like, I'll do the massage. You stay with the kids.
And we kind of tried to plan it around nap time. Like when Delilah would nap, so it would be like chill down time.
So I pawned Garrett off on the other families. I'm taking Delilah to nap. I'm like, perfect, because I went hard too. I'll nap with Delilah. All of a sudden, my phone in my room is ringing like crazy. And they're like, Mr. Trevino, your mom is freaking out. She's in a wheelchair. She's shaking. Can you please? She wants you. I go, I can't leave. I got a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
I can't leave a 3-year-old asleep in a hotel room. And then finally, they're like, okay, we found one of your nieces. She'll go to you. I got dressed. Dude, mom's like, hi, and it's moving too much. And like freaking out. There's like 5 people that found her. The original people that found her, panicking are there.
Yes.
Arthur's there. And I'm like, Mom, just breathe. Hold my hand. I finally calm her down.
Yeah.
Like full on fucking panic attack. Renee's trying to get a massage.
Well, so I didn't turn my phone on silent. So I hear my phone going off like crazy, like beeping like nuts, but I don't know what's happening. And I'm like, sure. Like I never imagined it was your mom having a panic attack, that it was like a legit emergency. I was like, it's okay. It's okay.
And part of the reason is because we decided to go on a cruise during hurricane season.
Yes.
And it was a full on fucking tropical storm, almost hurricane. And they're like, yeah, we're just going to go through it.
And kind of around it.
Yeah, we're just going to cruise. Everybody's okay. And then at that day, I mean, you could really feel Most days you couldn't feel it.
No,
but
there were definitely at least 2 days you could feel it.
Yeah, where you could kind of, you're like, okay, you're walking, and then you're like, oh, I'm kind of walking to the left here.
I was grateful we packed Dramamine.
So to add to the characters, then you got Garrett, almost 9, 8 years old. You've got a 3.5-year-old. Then you've got my sister who has an 18-year-old, a 17-year-old, and a 16-year-old.
Yes.
They're way too fucking cool to hang out with any of us.
Yeah.
So they're on their own. Tatum, the tweenie, he's trying to keep up with them. Christian and Garrett are kind of doing their thing.
They too youngest.
But Garrett wants to hang out with the big kids. The big kids don't want the little kids. You want to talk about a full fucking shit show.
And I don't know if Delilah can be contained on a ship.
I will say.
I don't know if I would sign up for 3-year-old cruise with Delilah.
Daddy Raymond, day one, is like, hey, we're going to gamble. I can't wait to play craps, and we're going to play craps. So we all plan. And by the way, we get on that boat, and we start drinking immediately.
Yeah.
Right? All the dudes are hitting it.
There were several buckets of beers.
They're hitting it hard. So Sean snuck away from Fitness Becca, right, to come hang out and gamble with us. I convinced Kenny Wayne and cousin Tim, to gamble with us. And this dude shows, well, first we're doing good, we're playing. So this dude shows up, and he's, here's the move for those of you that do not know how to get a craps table going.
Oh, is this This needs to be part of your craps manual?
Yes, part of my craps manual.
Yes.
When people join your side of the table, you introduce yourself.
Okay.
So that you
know.
Like
if they squeeze in between you.
There's two sides. There's two sides of a craps table.
Yes.
And then whatever side you're on, you need to become friends with the stranger that joined the table so that now you're all in it.
Okay.
A lot of times people want to be individuals at the craps table. I don't do that.
No, you introduce
Hey, Steve,
yourself.
Nice to meet you. We're going to make some money. You excited? Hell yeah, make some money. What's your name? Bill? Hell yeah, Bill, we're going to make some, right? And then, so anyway, I got Sean here. He's in position 1 to the left. I got a gap here. Then it's me. Then it's Tim. Then it's Kenny. Okay. This dude shows up, right? Squeezes in the middle. And I'm like, hey, man, Steve, nice to meet you. That's Kenny. That's Tim. That's Sean. And he goes, I'm Longview, baby. I'm from Longview, Texas. Call me Longview. So we're like, oh, shit. All right, Longview, right? So Sean gets the dice, right? And we're all talking or whatever. And then Sean looks at me and goes, dude, I'm about to roll. Shut the fuck up, right? So he rolls, boom, right? And I go, dude. And he's like, you got to say that you hit it once. You got to say it again. So he's like, dude, shut the fuck up. Boom. I mean, we're going like, right? Now I'm going, what day is it? And the whole table's going, it's Shut the Fuck Up Friday, right? Everybody shut the fuck up. And then we'd all wait for Sean to say it. And then Sean would say, shut the fuck up, right? And then, we were winning and killing. And he probably had 40 to 50 shut the fuck ups.
No one at the table was offended with all the F-bombs?
Dude, the staff, the dealers, laughing. At one point, the pit boss is like, what day is it? We're like, it's Shut the Fuck Up Friday. I mean, we got a crowd.
Wait, was it even Friday?
No, it was Monday. But it was Shut the Fuck Up Friday. And then Sean would go, he'd look at the whole table and go, shut the fuck up. And then and then he'd throw, right? Dude, he was a celebrity.
I heard people when I was with him on the ship. I heard people once or twice people passed by him and they go, "Shut the fuck up!" And the first time I was like, "Whoa, that's
he was a star." He'd walk through the boat and people were like, "Shut the fuck up, Friday! See you tonight!" Right? So then your dad the next day was like, "I already heard. Sean already told me it's Shut the Fuck Up Friday." And y'all did good. I already heard. Are we going to play tonight? I already heard, Oh, Dad was there. Grandpa Joe.
Oh, so
Grandpa Joe got a piece of Shut the Fuck Up Friday, right? Yeah. They were a high five. We're having a freaking blast. Why? Because we got to know each other. We got a thing going. It was a great night. And then the crazy, we did gamble almost every single night.
Yeah.
We'll get to the last night here in a minute when Daddy Raymond got to enjoy. But unfortunately, because of the tropical storm, we got to our first day excursion thingy.
We got to Cozumel.
In Cozumel, which was our first day on the trip.
Yes. And I noticed they let our ship port, but then they shut down the rest of the port. So if you had like an excursion booked where you were supposed to take a boat to a beach or to something else.
Oh, it wasn't happening.
All that was done.
I mean, dude, the streets were literally flooded. We were in a tropical storm. So you get off the boat, and the only thing we could find was the first restaurant that had like this huge kind of palapa.
It's basically like margarita, Senor Frogs, or like
it was like Señorita Margarita.
Like, yes, that's what it was.
So the family gets there. We're under this tarp. It is, you can't even walk to the shops. It's raining that hard.
Yeah.
I mean, it is like torrential. I mean, you're in a tropical storm. I mean, almost hurricane. So then I got Garrett, I got Delilah. Now the teenage girls loved it because in Mexico, if you can reach the bar, they'll serve you.
Yeah.
So now they're doing a conga line through the deal.
With shots.
Well, there's a Mexican host. Okay, y'all ready to get crazy? Where are you from? Texas? We got Texas. Okay, Texas. Who wants to take a shot? We're gonna take a shot, right? And he's like, and he's up there with bottles, and they're conga line passing him, and it's like, all right, I think it's time. Oh, then at one point, Delilah climbs on the table, and she's boogieing on the table, and Sean looks at me and goes, "I bet you weren't expecting that to happen so early in your daughter's life." So then me and Renae were like, okay, not the environment for a 3.5-year-old and an almost 9-year-old.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the boat. So back to the boat, bummer, right? And Garrett's at a tough age right now where he really can't control his emotions.
Yeah.
He was very let down because we had been pumping up this excursion.
Yeah.
Because we were going to be on a catamaran, and he's been really wanting to snorkel.
Yeah.
We were
inflatables on the water.
Yeah, there was inflatable, and
like
we were really
obstacle
pumping
course
this
kinda
thing
thing.
up.
Yeah.
He's ready to get off the boat and do this thing with his cousins, completely shut down. And I, you have to sit down with him, or I had to sit down with him and explain to him, like, hey, man, like, there's nothing we can do, right? You can either choose to be bummed out.
Yeah.
But they're 9. He's 8.
Yeah.
You can choose to be bummed out, or we can just make the best of it.
Yeah.
And he was just really, really bummed. Now, the cool part was I finally dragged him to the Ovation Theater, and they were playing Aquaman.
Yeah.
And your mom and dad happened to be sitting there. So I sat him down. He's like, oh, stupid movie. But it was really cool because it was in this huge theater, and he finally got into it and was enjoying the movie. But our first excursion went to shit. Then we all get back on the boat, and for the most part, most people made the best of it.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like all the adults were like, really, it is what it is. Like, we have food, we have a place to sleep,
and they were all partying, right? They were, hey, who wants a shot? And they were all me.
Yeah.
But then we go to dinner, and then they make an announcement, which was kind of scary because we had not heard the captain's voice much.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, and it was late. It was probably like, 9:00?
It's about 9.
So everyone had already gotten back on ship. The boat had already left port, and we were heading to the next city because we were supposed to be in Progreso the next day. And the ship captain comes on.
The ship captain comes on and he says, hey guys, bad news. We are not going to Progreso. The port is closed over there for your tomorrow excursion. And you just hear the air come out of the dining room. Like everybody's just like, oh.
They're like, we're going to turn the boat back around
to go back to
Cozumel so you can at least have a little bit of a day without rain.
Yep. And it was a good day.
Yes, it was.
We got back. We had to do a different excursion than the one that we had planned, but
because 3 ships all ended. It wasn't just our ship this was happening to. There are multiple ships out there.
Like the dock was like boom, 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 boom.
There were 3
Royal Caribbean,
ships.
Norwegian. I mean, they were all lined up because that was their only choice.
All going in and out of that same little pier, that port.
Had a great day there. Garrett finally got to snorkel.
Yes.
For me, it sucked because as soon as I got in the water, I inhaled through my nose all the salt water.
Yeah.
And that gives me heartburn. I get heartburn.
Yeah.
So now I'm like trying to snorkel.
But you have a snorkel gear on. How did you?
Because I jumped in. I jumped in the water, and then for whatever reason, I just took it up the nose and out my mouth, and I was, the feeling, guys, where you're just like, oh. Yeah. So then I'm just laying there, like, with my little floaty vest, like just miserable. So I did most of it, and then Garrett finished it off or whatever, but. That turned out to be a great excursion.
Yes, I'm trying to remember the name of the park because I posted pictures on my Instagram and people were asking me, like, what did we do? Do you have any excursions you recommend? Oh, that's what it was. It was called Chonkanab Park.
Yep.
And it's very touristy, but if you're only there for one day, we had a large group. There's something for everyone there. They had tequila tasting. They had dolphins. They had a sea lion show. Delilah played on the beach. The bigger kids went snorkeling.
Several restaurants along the beach. Now, we ended up at this place, and let me tell you why we ended up there. And let me describe what this guy looked like. If you've ever seen a cartoon of a Mayan, that's what this dude looked like. Yeah. This guy looked straight up Chichen Itza or whatever.
Well, they still speak all those different dialects there.
And I'm not speaking poorly of him, but the big head, huge hands, short, very little. I mean, literally like the cartoons you see on TV. Yeah. In our day, not nowadays, they're more politically correct, but where they over exaggerate the Mayan features, that was this guy. Now, let me tell you what I loved about him and why we stayed. This guy wanted to serve. Yeah. This guy was energetic, moving chairs for us, welcoming, bringing the menu. I mean, this guy, and that's what people today don't understand. Dude, I broke this guy off, and I'm not going to say what I gave him, but it was more than generous because you just don't see that kind of passion in any job anymore. Yeah. Here's a dude that is straight up Mayan Indian, right, in Mexico. Yeah. As a server, and the pride that he had made me respect this man so much. Yeah. I was literally... And
he wasn't a young guy.
Older man. Yeah. I mean, at one point, I go, the mariachis were way over there, and I go, man, I'd love... Hopefully they'll come over here. This dude, full sprint. He heard me say that, full sprint. And I'm like, no, I didn't mean for you to go. But he was gone. I couldn't even tell him. And he brought him over. Just the passion this guy had to serve us and our family. If I could get somebody like him and bring him to my home to work for me, I'd be the happiest man alive. Because this dude had a smile on his face the whole time, was so willing to serve that I broke him off probably, and maybe I'm being shitty right now, probably 3 weeks to a month of the normal tips that he gets because I wanted to bless him. Yeah. And I wanted to let this guy know what you do matters. And it was awesome. Yeah. Right? We had a wonderful time back on the boat, get everybody back on the boat. And then we were at and we're going to talk about tips and tricks. We're going to talk about things we didn't like.
Yeah. Oh, the things we bought from all the random TikTok videos we watched about what you should buy before you go on a cruise.
We'll talk about that.
What we actually use.
So then that night we're at dinner and Daddy Raymond says, "We're going to gamble." I go, yeah, we'll gamble. Now on the cruise, which was really cool, in order to gamble, it was 18 and up. Uh-huh. Well, Kinsley, my oldest niece there. Oh no, Lizzie was. Yeah. But Lizzie's kind of quiet. She's not. I told Kinsley, I go, will you gamble with me for a little bit? You're 18, right? Come gamble. Yeah. So we all sat with Kinsley. I gave her a couple $100 and we gambled together, which was cool because she was only 18. That's not going to happen in Vegas. She had zero fucking interest. Zero.
She probably wanted to take that money and go buy something in one of the shops.
She doubled down. She had 15 on the deal. She doubled down for 15. Uh-huh. She wins. Yeah. And she was like, I go, Kinsley, you just won like $60. And she was like, oh. Like, she's like, oh, whatever. Like, didn't care. Yeah. Don't like this. You got an eyelash on.
Chocolate?
No, eyelash. Oh. So then the whole time, I'm like looking for your dad, right? I'm like, I'm like, my date's coming. We have a date. Where's my date? Never came.
Yeah.
So now it's the last night. And I'm like, oh man, we're getting off this boat.
I mean, I have to say, I think like the boat was really rocking, and that night it was really rocking. I think it affects people. Like, I think it makes you, rocks you to
lethargic.
sleep. Yes, it makes you tired, and then maybe the Dramamine, because we're all on Dramamine too. But
it definitely gives you a little bit of
a little loopy. Like
you have to mentally not think about it.
Yeah.
You really have to mentally go, I'm going to forget.
Yeah. Well, no, I wasn't thinking about it because I know like then that just makes you sicker. But the day we got off the boat, when we got home, I was like, I am dizzy. I would get up and I was like,
the day I got off, dude, you're walking and you're like, did the work?
I feel like I'm still
Did I just
rocking.
feel the earth move?
Yes. Yes.
So anyway, he stands me up. It's the last night.
He stands me up.
Yes. I am, I at this point, and I will admit, had been taking a beating in the casino.
Yeah, Dad says gamblers only tell you when they win. They never tell you when they lose.
No, I'll tell you when I lose. I was fucking losing. I mean, I was like, man. But a lot of that money, 90% was money that I had been winning that I brought with me. Because I had been winning.
Yes.
So I had a little stack. I had a little stash, right?
You had a cruise stash set
but
aside.
But not only did I lose that stash, I lost a little extra, right? And I'm like, shit, man. And then, of course, your dad's like, hey, we're going to go tonight? And then I've got to be up at 7. I'm like, yeah, we'll go early. We'll eat dinner. We'll go early.
Last night on the boat.
Your dad had the best day of his life. We fucking killed it.
And it was just you and him that night?
Well, no, we had a team, and we met him.
No, but I mean, like, from our group, our family. We had a team, friends we'd met at the table all week long.
We had a team. We had.
I didn't know craps was a team sport.
We were playing with a couple of lesbians. Nash came up, and I will describe Nash. Nash was a very big woman. She was black.
Yes.
She was tatted up.
Oh, is this the one my dad kept calling your girlfriend?
Yes.
I didn't realize she was lesbian.
She was built like a Samoan. And looked like a dude. I'm going to be honest with you. She comes up. And she's like, hey, man, how do you play this? And I'm like, well, I'll show you. So she's just kind of observing, super cool.
Do you think
laughing.
She knew you or recognized you and knew that you love to teach people how to play craps?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah?
But she was super cool. Like high-fiving when we would win. And she's like, oh, I'm understanding. Another lesbian comes, right? Latina lesbian, right? The short hair, the whole thing. And she's like, how do you play? So now I got her, and I'm teaching her. She puts money in right away and doesn't do so well.
The Latina.
Nash has not jumped in.
Oh, okay.
Right? Something happens. Nash comes back with $200. Okay? We're down. Your dad looks at me and goes, I'm out of cash. Loan me $300. Yeah. I've got $600 left. That's it. And I'm like, well, here's your $300. Here's my $300. Let's go.
Yeah.
We take that and we roll for the next 3 hours straight. Nash jumps in. Nash has to hit them all. If she hits them all, I win $5,700. I told Nash, you hit that 2. All we need is a 2. I go, you hit that 2, and I've got $500 for you right now. Fucking 2. Boom. I give her the money and she goes, you were serious? You were serious? I go, yeah, I'm serious. Like, look what you just won me, right? Your dad gives her $100. I mean, it is Nash's best day of her life. She doesn't know I have ruined her life because she's going to go back and it's not going to be like that. Yeah. But we're having a freak. And finally, I'm like, Daddy Raymond, like, I got to go.
Well, I know you said you were going to come to bed early that night.
I still went to bed early, but I was like, I've recouped all my money, and I've got some of the all the money back, and I've got a couple $100 profit. It's a fucking win.
I love your gambling math. I'm not
Let's
sure
go.
I trust it.
Oh no, she woke up in the morning and she goes, why were you late? And I go, look on the desk.
That's how I know he wins, because you leave your winnings out very obviously.
Stacks. But we had here now. Renae and I will get into pros and cons of cruising.
Yeah.
We will get into tips and tricks,
Okay.
do's and don'ts.
Yes.
I will tell you that the kid drink package is not worth it.
No.
Don't buy it.
No.
And the reason being, I will also tell you that they're going to ding you every which way.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So you look at the cruise, they say it's $2,000 for 2 people, all inclusive, to go.
Yeah.
What you don't know is that parking's going to cost you another 100. What you don't know is hopefully you're smart enough, not like us, we were not smart enough. They're going to convince you to get the drink package for the kids.
Uh-huh.
And what that means is that they can now get sodas and
Which we should have known better. The only thing, our kids don't drink sodas. Garrett drinks a Sprite and he gets like 1 a day.
right. It
We
may
should
be.
have just, maybe. We should just paid for the damn Sprite.
But the problem is that the only way that I thought that when you buy the bubble package, that there was going to be drink dispensers.
Like a soda filling
filling
station. Just go get your soda and go.
There is not.
No.
There's water, there's lemonade, there's tea, and that's it.
And juice.
If you bought the drink package for the kids and they want a Sprite, a Coke, a Virgin something, they then have to go to the bar.
Yes.
Now, the problem with that is the bar's so slammed, by the time they get to your kid, it's almost not even worth dealing with.
Yeah, the kids over it.
There was several times that Garrett went to the bar with me, and it just took forever, and Garrett's like, forget it, I'll just drink water later, right? So I will say that for the kids, if you want to buy them a soda a day, it's way cheaper than the $40 a day that you're going to pay to get the drink package for the kids.
Because you can't just buy your drink package for 1 day either.
Right.
You're paying for it even on the days that you're out at port, which you're not even going to be on the ship then.
But if I think I saw Garrett drink maybe 4 Sprites. So 4 Sprites is probably $6 each or whatever.
Yeah. Even if it was 10.
Even if it was 10, that's $40 for the whole week.
As opposed
versus
to $40
$40 a day.
day.
Right.
Yeah. Don't do the drink package.
For the kids.
Well, maybe, and the bummer about the drink package for the adults is that like we were like, well, we'll buy it for dad, but we won't buy it for mom because she's not a big drinker.
If you buy
or
it for one person in the cabin,
you know.
you have to buy it for everybody.
Yes.
Now, here's another way they fuck you. Day 1, your drink package does not count.
And that's the day you're there on the ship the whole time.
So they do it on purpose.
So that you rack up charges that day.
Yes,
anyway.
because you get on the boat and you're like, hey, drinks for everybody. Let's have a good time. Well, they don't tell you that first day is not part of your drink package.
Yeah.
It didn't kick in until 6 a.m. the next day.
Yeah.
So, of course, you want to drink. Of course, you want to party. We all spent several $100s buying margaritas and buckets of beer. So they ding you there, too.
Yeah.
Then they ding you for the, you want to chat on the boat. That's $5 each.
Yeah.
A day for everybody. And it fucking sucks. Next time we're taking walkie-talkies.
That's basically what it is. It's like a walkie-talkie app that's through the cruise ship app.
Internet?
$20 a day.
No. $135 a day for 3 devices.
Oh, yeah, because that's $20 a day if you just want it on one device.
One device. So now you're getting hit for Wi-Fi, which I need because of work. You know, I need to get my emails. I got to kind of stay on top of emergencies or whatever.
Yeah.
They ding you for that.
Yeah.
Right? Now.
Which I think they do have like a computer station on the ship if you wanted to be like, okay, I'm going to go check my emails 3 morning, noon, and night, you know?
Now, as an adult, I do think the drink package is worth it for the adults.
I don't think I consumed my...
Not you.
I didn't drink my drink package worth, even my alcoholic drinks.
I had 15 a day, and I'm not going to tell. That's my allotment. But I'm not going to tell on the casino, but I definitely got more than 15 in the casino.
Because they bring them to you when you're playing and they don't count those.
I was the mayor of the fucking casino. I'd walk around, Mr. Steve, Mr. Steve, I'll wait on you. You know, I mean, they were like, I was the mayor, dude. I'd walk in, you know, and hang out or whatever. But it was, yes, that's the problem. The problem is that you have to look at it as a couple.
Yeah.
Right? Is it worth the drink package? Because if I cannot get the drink package for me and not for her.
Yeah.
If you're in the same cabin, you both have to get it. In the future, I think me and you would say no.
Yeah, we'll just pay for our drinks as we drink them.
Yep. Charge me to my card as we go, because it definitely...
Well, and because even then, like at dinner, so the buffet is included, and you have your certain dinner time every night that's included. But
you're going to expose us right now. You know that, right?
What? Why?
You're going to expose that we're bougie.
What?
You're about to let everybody know that we're fucking spoiled brats. That's
No, but there are restaurants you can pay to eat at.
Which were way fucking better.
They are better
than the restaurant.
Well, you know what? Some are and some aren't. It depends. Because one night we ate at the Italian restaurant, and it wasn't necessarily that much better, but the steakhouse restaurant was.
And of course, I want a nice bottle of wine. That's not included in the drink package.
Yeah, so I figure we'll just buy our nice bottle of wine next time. And that's enough.
Well, you're allowed to bring 2 bottles.
Yeah.
So in the future, I would bring 2 bottles of something nice.
Yes.
That we know we're going to drink for sure.
Yeah.
To eliminate buying those 2.
Because you can just pour yourself a glass in your room and then wander around.
Renae and I probably bought 5 bottles. Because at dinner, we like wine. But, so is the drink package worth it? If you're both Steve level drinkers, then yes.
But even then, I ordered like a spiked coffee from the cafe, and it didn't taste like it had anything in it. So I asked him, because we have this, I get 15 drinks. It's like, can you just like pour a little more in there, a little more Kahlua or a little more something in there? He goes, oh no, I can't. You have to wait 5 minutes and come back. So then I wandered around the boat, went to another bar, asked him to pour me a shot of Kahlua and added it to my coffee.
But I will say also for me, that makes up for you is the fact that I drink whiskeys, I drink bourbons, I drink scotches.
Yeah.
And I will say that they did have top shelf bourbon, scotches, and whiskeys that I was able to drink. I was drinking Johnny Walker Black all night.
Yeah.
One night. I was drinking Woodford Reserve all night. I was drinking Crown Royal Reserve all night, right? So I do drink which technically would be the premium of the whiskeys and the bourbons and the scotches, right? And Johnny Walker Black, Arturo lives in Dallas. That's $6-7, maybe 15 a pop.
Yeah.
Right? And I drank 15 of those. Definitely got my fucking money's worth of Johnny Walker Black, right? So I will say that. I will say that do not let them fool you in the bingo hall.
Oh, you were so grumpy about the bingo. And someone recognized this in the bingo too.
I don't know how they get away with it. And I don't think it's cool.
Yeah.
So here's what they did. And then according to my stepmother, Sarah, it happens every cruise.
Yeah.
The whole day or the whole week, don't forget to play bingo for a chance to win $5,000.
Yes. We were very excited about a chance to win $5,000.
All week. That's all you heard. Get to the bingo hall, $5,000. You have a chance to win. And I'm like, fuck, I like a chance to win. Yeah. And I don't ever play bingo, but it was like, hey, here's a great activity to do with my wife and my in-laws and my mom and dad and everybody. We'll all go play bingo.
Yeah.
Right?
And the kids could have played bingo too if they want to. I mean, I don't know. Technically, I guess the parents have to.
These motherfuckers, dude. They don't give away $5,000. They basically say, we're going to do blackout for $5,000. Uh-huh. And we will give away the $5,000 if you do it within 40 numbers called.
Yes. Someone has to get blackout
within
the first
40 numbers.
40 numbers. And there are 24 numbers on a bingo card?
Or whatever.
Is that right?
And then my stepmom goes, oh yeah, they do it every time. And she goes, they're frequent floaters.
They know how this works.
Well, no, but what I'm saying is that they have been on a ton of cruises. Uh-huh. And Sarah goes, I have never seen them give away the $5,000. Ever.
Well, and they're doing it with a computer system, so they have to know if it's going to come up in
legally they can't,
numbers,
technically.
Right?
Then they go, okay, guys, well, we didn't get it, so we're still going to give away some money.
Yeah, but then it jumped down to like what was it, $2,000?
$1,800.
Yeah.
So 3 people won $1,800.
No. 3 people did not win $1,800. 3 people had to split $1,800. Yes.
I was pissed.
Which was not clear either.
Because to me, why don't you say potential to win $5,000?
Well, I'm sure in fine print somewhere it says up to $5,000.
But they didn't. But they weren't saying that on the fucking speaker.
Yeah.
Because that dipshit would get. That's one of the most annoying things about a cruise. What's that guy's title?
It's called the cruise director.
Oh.
And they are supposed to be...
And the fucking speaker, 6 a.m. Hey, here's your cruise director. And we were very excited.
It's 6 a.m. He doesn't come on until 9.
Oh.
But they're supposed to be chipper and the life of the party. And they're your cruise director.
You're trying to take a nap, dude, at noon. And then the whole speakers go off. And he's like, hey, guys, and we got this. And don't forget it's 80s night. And blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, shut the fuck up. That was annoying. Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, then he would go, okay, bye. Okay, bye.
That's how he would sign off every
Oh,
time.
my
Okay, bye.
I will say that he was very talented.
Yeah.
He did get the party going several times at when
People
we were.
loved him.
But do we need the announcements, guy? Do we need the announcements?
Yeah.
You know, come on, guy. Does it have to be turned up all the way?
Well, we have the app, but you have a bunch of elderly people on the ship and they don't know how to use the app and they can't see the schedule there. So they do need the very loud announcement.
So things I would change. We did do a thing called Faster to the Fun, which was also an upgrade. That's the one upgrade I felt was worth it.
Yeah.
You were on the boat pretty much first.
Yes.
And you don't deal with the cattle call. They move you into a room with all the other people who are Diamond and Diamond Elite and all that.
Yeah.
And my dad was so proud. I don't need Faster to the Fun. I'm Diamond. I'm Diamond. I'm a frequent floater. I'm Diamond. You know.
Yeah.
But so what they do is they put you in a room. I mean, you've probably got several thousand people getting on this boat.
Yeah, I wonder what the population was on the
Who
boat.
knows? But you're in a group of about 150 that get on first. So I will say that the Faster to the Fun add-on, which was only $100 for the whole family,
Yes.
to me was worth it.
Yeah.
I will say that the drink package for the kids, not worth it.
No.
It's debatable whether me and you getting the drink package is worth it or not.
Yeah.
What else they don't tell you also is that they're going to charge, you can either tip as you go, right? Or you can pay $80 a person. And I chose to do the $80 a person, but I still tipped on top of that,
Yeah.
right? So again, they're going to ding you for parking. Your cruise was $2,000. You're going to add parking. Now it's $2,100.
Yeah.
You're going to add the drink package. That's $40 a day per kid times 5.
Yeah.
You're going to add the drink package for you and your spouse. That's $60 a day times 5 times 2.
Yeah.
Right? Then you're going to get on board, and then it's another $5 a day times 5 for your text messaging.
Yes.
Then,
Which another resort would charge you your internet fee or your resort fee or whatever. So
But
that gets factored in no matter where you're
and then the
vacation.
first day they're going to fuck you for another $300. However,
that much.
however, I have been told that you're allowed to bring up to a 12-pack of beer for the first day.
Really?
So there's
I
a
didn't
hack
hear
for
that
you.
tidbit. Okay.
Right? There's a hack for you.
Yeah.
And make sure this is right. That's what I was told.
I think it varies per ship depending on what cruise line.
So in the future, had I told all the men, hey guys, bring a 12-pack each and we'll get some ice, we'll all drink beers.
Yeah.
When we get there.
By the pool. Yeah.
You're probably saving several $100
Yeah.
on the first day.
Yeah.
Right? If you plan on eating the buffet that is included in your cruise, there's no extra cost in food.
Yeah.
However, there's a candy shop. Kids are going to want the candy shop. That's separate.
Yeah.
You're going to want to get a nice coffee, right? That's
Yeah.
separate. If you want to eat at the steakhouse or the other dining, that is on you, right?
Yeah.
However, because I did it as a package,
Uh-huh.
our steakhouse experience was, I want to say it was $60 a head. And I will say that was worth every single penny.
Yeah.
For $60, it was everybody in your group got appetizer. Everybody in your group got an entree. Everybody in your group got
We got a little
dessert.
amuse-bouche in addition to our appetizer. They were like the cutest mini tiny hamburgers you have ever seen.
And it was
Literally like this big,
Yeah.
the hamburger.
and it was and your drinks are free because you have the drink package in the steakhouse. But I will say Steakhouse, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
The food was delicious.
Yeah.
For $60 to get a full course meal, I think that experience was worth it.
Yeah.
Entertainment, we did Carnival Breeze.
Yes.
Entertainment was,
Yeah.
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 I didn't know the comedians.
But I think
Didn't go to the fucking comedy show.
I don't want to say we're entertainment snobs, but because we do what we do, we get to see some really great entertainment.
Well, when we did Norwegian, that crew, that show that we saw
that was an awesome show.
was freaking awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and Brian will appreciate this. It was Monday night in their little kind of lobby in the middle. They had a live band. And Renae and I and the whole group, we got there and we danced, and very good band. I just looked at them as performers and thought to myself, my God, to be stuck on a boat and to find the energy to sing the same fucking songs
Yeah.
for no money.
Yeah.
It's not like they're making a lot of money.
Yeah.
And a couple times you could see it in their eyes. They had dead eyes. You know what I'm talking about, Brian? Where they're just completely dead inside going through.
Oh, that sounds so
like,
terrible.
So I went up there and tipped them. And what made me mad, I go, I'm going to buy you guys all a drink. They go, we're not allowed.
They can't.
And I'm like, let them get
No, if you
let them
work
get
on
fucked up.
No,
Like-
if you work
like-
on a cruise ship, there are so many rules.
No, the cruise we did with Mark Sandoval back in the day, we were buying the band drinks.
I don't remember.
And they would just tell us, we can't buy them, but if you buy them for us, we can have them.
Yeah.
Then, one of my favorite things to do in general,
Besides play craps.
I love piano bars.
Yeah.
I love a sing-along piano bar.
Who doesn't love a piano bar? If you have never been to a piano bar, that's like when we meet people who are like, I've never been in a comedy club. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? Are you
Which
crazy?
coincidentally,
if you've never been in a piano bar, you
as
should
I'm sitting
go to a piano
here,
bar.
I think my love for the piano bar happened with me and Art because Art would come to see me at work, which is at the Improv Comedy Club.
Yes.
And then
in
afterwards,
Madison.
we'd walk across the hall to Pete's Piano Bar
Yes.
and we'd party there, right? Love piano bars. This guy,
He was bad.
the worst fucking piano bar guy I have ever seen in my life.
Like when I walked in, because I thought you were there and I went to go look for you. I thought that's where I was supposed to meet you. He was doing Britney
This guy doesn't win a
Spears.
karaoke contest.
I was like, how do you not? How does Britney Spears sound this bad? It's not that great to begin with.
You want to? Because I told everybody, guys, piano bar. We're all gonna meet there.
So much fun.
We're gonna have so much
Yes.
fun. We're gonna party. We're gonna do requests.
Yes.
It's gonna. I mean,
I think he was sick because there was one night I saw on the schedule he was supposed to be at the piano bar and the piano bar was closed. So
hopefully
maybe,
they threw him off. Threw him overboard.
Maybe he was
Because,
sick.
guys, I don't know how he got the job. There's guys that are bad, but you forgive them because it's piano bar. Right? You're, hey, we're all singing along.
Yeah.
We're all having a good time. This guy's not great, but he's not bad. Let's have fun.
Yeah.
This was you couldn't have fun.
Yeah.
This was, you'd walk by and you'd make this face. Okay.
It wasn't the piano playing skills. It was the vocal skills.
I mean, you know what I mean? You make that face like you're like, get me the fuck. Like, because you walk by it. It's kind of open and it's a hallway. That you walk by. You're just like, what? Oh my God. Like, this guy was fucking terrible.
Yeah.
I will say that because we didn't have, no way I could have done 7 days.
No.
No way.
No.
Dude,
You know what I thought? I was thinking like 3 is the real sweet spot, but the truth is in 3 days on a big old boat like that, you can't get very far. So where do you go on a 3-day cruise? I mean, I guess if you leave out of Long Beach, you can go to Cabo and back maybe, right?
Well, they did Ensenada.
Oh,
they do a
okay.
4-day that goes to Ensenada and back.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, and it didn't help that we didn't get that fun in the Sunday.
Yeah, we were all going cabin crazy.
We couldn't even go to the top deck to
'Cause the
relax
rain.
by the pool because it was raining.
Yeah.
So
they shut down. They closed the pools, actually.
We were literally stuck in the casino, in the hotel boat the whole time.
Yeah.
So definitely got some cabin fever. I came back, I was a little sick.
It kind of started to feel like Groundhog Day.
Grandpa Arthur got very sick.
Yeah.
Grandma Dora is sick now.
Yeah.
You're not feeling well. Delilah came off with the sniffles because of you're confined, right?
Yeah.
Tips and tricks. Which are the things that you did bring that you? Okay, one of the main things that I will say. There's not very many plugs in your room on a cruise ship. So
we could only find one.
There's only one.
The main one in front of the mirror.
Because the other one is European. So I would tell you to bring a European adapter, charging port, and a regular. So we brought our little tower.
Yes.
That we plugged into where you had all the
USBs.
The USBs.
But it also had regular plugs because for me to be able to blow dry my hair and plug in a curling iron, I needed the regular outlet.
Yeah, we would have been in real trouble charging devices and keeping things charged had we not brought the deal.
You were actually the one who told me, you were like, they say the blow dryers on the ship suck. Bring a blow dryer.
Saw it on TikTok.
And I was so glad you told me that because it's not just that the blow dryer is not powerful, and that it takes longer. It's that if you let the button go, it would turn off. Like in order to keep it drying your hair, you had to hold the button down.
Oh,
and for
sorry.
With this much hair, that would not have worked.
Poor Renae had to hold the button down. My bad.
No, but you're like, you got a round brush in one hand, and Tatiana knows that would be hard to have to do that.
Speaking of, with her fucking fan over there. Rick, do you have any questions about cruising?
Yeah, do you have to have a passport if you're not going to get off the ship?
If you're not going to get off the ship, you do not need a passport. However, you do need a birth certificate.
Yes. There were separate lines when we were getting on and off for people who had birth certificates and for people who had passports. And the process, if you have a passport, is much more streamlined because they basically scan your passport on arrival and attach it to your card that is your money, it gets you in and out of your room. So you don't necessarily have to keep your passport on you. It's already loaded. And when we were getting off the ship, they just scan our picture and our card and you're good.
So I think, to sum it up, it accomplished our goal. And our goal was to spend more time with our immediate family.
Yes.
And when you're trapped on a boat, you're constantly running into each other. So as you're walking around, the center always had live music. You're walking around and, oh, look, there's Mom and Art. We'll sit and chat with them.
Yeah.
Oh, look, you wake up for breakfast, you go to breakfast and you've got, oh, there's Rebecca and Sean sitting down for breakfast. We'll sit with them.
Yes.
And then as you're sitting there, the Shirleys file in. Oh, hey, guys. And then they join in.
And the other thing is you're assigned a dinner time. So
then you all eat dinner together.
Everyone was, had the dinner time together. I will say we didn't have an option. We booked ours a little later and the late dinner time was only available. So by then a lot of us were pooped or we'd already eaten.
And it's hard to party after you eat late.
Yeah, so getting the early dinner time is important.
People like to say, "Oh, I like to have one drink with dinner," and my thing is, no. If I have a drink, there's no dinner. I'm drinking. Any other questions, Rick, for our fans out there, family?
Well, you kind of just hit on it. I was going to say, if you go with a big group, can you have dinner at a restaurant? Can you make reservations?
That part was tricky. So the dinner and the restaurant part. They didn't want to seat a group that big. They were really nervous about that. So we actually did have 2 separate reservations and didn't realize it until we got on the boat. And I kind of panicked and I was like, the whole point of this dinner was for us to all be together. So if you're eating in a restaurant, accommodating a group
now,
that big is a little tricky.
remember we had 24 people.
Yeah.
So that's a big group.
But your regular dinner in the restaurant, not the buffet, you get a seated dinner every night with an assigned dining time. And then your group can be together.
Yep. Any questions from the peanut gallery?
How many off-boat trips did you miss out on?
One full day. Yeah, we missed out.
I think if we had good weather.
For both days, it would have been awesome.
Yes.
Because the pictures we got as a family on our day offshore were just invaluable. The fun we had together, the running around, the to snorkel with my sister and my nieces and my son and all of us it was just, if we would have had 2 days of that with great sun and getting off the boat and being able to go to the top deck and just spend a half a day sunbathing and watching the kids, because we did that the last night. It was finally sunny.
Yeah.
And the kids, we just chilled, man. And the kids were on the slide, going up. I will say, for teenagers, right? Like Brian, your kids, a cruise is so great because there's a lot of independence.
Yes.
Because they run off, you know they're on the boat, right? And then what happens is they meet other teens. But my nieces were like, they were all the girls hated them because my nieces are gorgeous. I mean, look at our family. And, all the boys were just like following the girls around. But they had a sense of independence where they could just go.
Yeah.
Right. And they had like little clubs for them to hang out and game rooms. And so for teenagers, it is a great experience.
Yeah.
Because they really feel like I'm on my own.
Yeah. I was just about to say with Delilah, with littles, there weren't a lot of littles on the ship. I saw a few. It's hard with the littles.
It's hard with the littles. I think the perfect time to cruise is right when your kids are becoming teenagers.
Yeah.
Right? Like if
those tween.
If you have like a 13 to 18-year-old, man, go on a cruise. They have tons of independence.
Yeah.
And the problem for Renae and I is we had a hard time partying together because it's like, well, we got to put Delilah down.
Yeah.
Right. And my sister and all the people that had teenage kids, they're like, hey, y'all go to bed. Y'all go to your room. And we're going to go out.
Yeah.
Right. So Tatiana, like you with Jacob, you would be able to go, hey, Jacob, you're going to your room at 9. We're going to go have fun. Right. So that's the right age.
They did have childcare on the boat. That is an option, and you can pay for that. And there's late night childcare, and you can send them in their PJs, but it's not in your room.
It's cattle call.
Yeah.
It's so Delilah went in and didn't care if we were there or not. She was into it. Garrett went in, and then what happened was he wanted to go with his cousin Christian.
Yes.
Well, Christian is 10, Garrett's 8. They put all the 10 and up in one group, and then all the 10 and under in another group.
6 to.
So Garrett had no friends, no like there was, and he was like get me out of here. I don't.
But
get to
even
hang out
that's
with
hard.
Christian
Like
anymore.
kids feel comfortable. I noticed that with other kids who were being dropped off and the parents asking questions. When they split it up with ages like that, kids are comfortable with their siblings. I think Garrett would have been better if he had Delilah with him. To be honest.
Or Christian, if they would have allowed him and Christian to be together, because they had games and they had board games and they had computers and video games and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But the fact that they got separated.
Yes.
And these other and the older kids, you're still in the same room but doing different activities.
There's walls. There's separated walls.
So Garrett was not into that. But all in all, I think it was a success.
Yeah. I think if you're trying to get a group of people with varying ages, the olders, the teens, there's something for everyone. It's a good way for everyone to do it.
I would be interested, and maybe Garrett won't be. So maybe it's kind of one of those go to grandma's for a week where we take Delilah on a Disney cruise.
Yeah.
Right? As long as they don't pull any of their Disney crap. But go on a Disney cruise. But real quick, we got to wrap it up. Any other questions?
Are we going to talk about what's in the middle of the table? Rick, can we talk about this? First of all,
let me think, Rick. You can go and build a Funko Pop.
Yes.
And our friend Rick made a Captain Evil and Steve Trevino Funko Pop. And the reason I'm bringing it up because, they got
a little twisted. I don't want to open the box, but you were a little twisted. I guess I can open it.
We have, my manager manages Gabriel Iglesias and Joe Coy, and they both have Funko Pops through Funko Pop. So if you guys are interested and we get a high volume of interest, we might be able to get a Funko. Look at my little flip-flops.
I have a purse.
Rick's shitting himself because we're not supposed to open the box, but
I'm sorry, Rick.
But we did. Look at my little flip-flops.
Your black tank top.
I mean, I've never been on stage with flip-flops and a tank top,
but actual cargo shorts.
Yes.
It's a little tall.
It's a little tall. You know what, Brian? Get him out of here.
Mine should be just slightly taller.
Let me see yours. Oh my God.
Look at that head of hair on that Funko Pop.
Got nice tits on this one.
You both has.
I know. I need little boots. Rick, what an amazing gift, sir. Thank you so very much.
Those are cute. I'm gonna hold it up to the camera.
If we had more time, Gigi would have put the tattoos on, but she couldn't paint them.
Oh, the tattoos would have been amazing, dude. But yeah, so we do have a relationship at Funko Pop. So if there is a interest, we could probably get some of these going. So thank you all. We got to thank our sponsors. We got to thank Aztec Chevrolet, Aztec Ford. We have Dodge, we have Ram, we have Chrysler, we have Uvalde Chevrolet. We got to thank Rao Western Wear. By the way, Tatiana, will you go in there and grab the USA shirt? It's hanging right there. Right now, if you get your order in, Rao Western Wear, our design made a nice 4th of July shirt.
It's not just 4th of July. You can wear it for Labor Day,
Memorial Labor Day.
Any sort of Americana event. Yep. It's a beautiful shirt.
And I had somebody reach out and said, will you send it to the UK? Yeah, we'll send it to you. Of course, you're going to pay extra in shipping, but we will send it, or I'll take it to you on our next cruise. But yes, right now you have time to order our beautiful red, white, and blue.
It's so pretty
shirt right there. So please
get
your order in for 4th of July, or just in general, rawwestern.com. We also Old Salt Coffee, Trevino 10, and of course, Pick Cherries, our friends at Pick Cherries. Even though you weren't feeling well, we had a good podcast.
Yeah.
You feeling a little better?
I'm a little better.
You sure?
Yeah.
Tell your face. We're going to leave you guys on that. We love you so much. And I hope, number one, that we didn't discourage you from cruising. We did have a positive experience.
We had a lot of good family time. We got a lot of good family time.
Yep. So if you're thinking about cruising, I just hope that we were able to give you some tips and tricks that we wished we had known.
Yeah.
So a lot of magnet hooks.
Buy the magnetic hooks and the over-the-door organizer.
Yes, and stay away from the upside-down pineapple doors.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we got hit up a lot. Me and Renae were very popular.
We should have put the pineapple sticker on the door, Steve.
We should have put a no pineapple fucking sticker. I mean, they would look at me and I'm like, no pineapples here. I told Renae, I'll go first, and then when it's his turn, I'll go, hey, we don't like this. We're not into this, and I'll leave. Yeah. All joking aside, we love you guys so much. Thank you. Bye.